by defaulting to repay the loan, yes, on the part of the defaulter, it is. And on the part of if we've contracted any financial institution to disperse these monies to the officers in Meru, no, we have our own committee within Meru County from executive and part of the Public Service Board. That is how we've constituted the fund committee. We are going to take action, Chair, on the defaulters, and some of them are in dire need, and if I say this, you understand, and including the very senior officers that were in the government, previous government. So we are doing all what it takes to follow the law as you've guided, and surely we are going to do that. Thank you, Chair.
Good. We want you to make comment on the next one, overspending on administration expenses. So it is, maybe just give a comment on that, but you know, it is good. I don't know if as a governor, you know, your former colleagues, Kawira, Kiraitu, and Bita Munya are capable. So maybe there should be a way of shaming people locally there so that they can come and pay. I don't know what can be done. Yeah, so make comment on the other one, overspending.
Which one is that, Chair?
It's between the two. It is overspending on administration expenses.
This one? Yes. Okay, here it is, Chair. The Meru County Executive Staff Housing Fund Regulation 2015, Section 18(1)(b) states that the fund administrator shall utilize the interests accruing thereto to defray operating expenses and may impose any reasonable restrictions or other requirements concerning such use. Therefore, the fund was within the spending limit. And again, I request that we check together the Annex 3, copy of the Meru County Executive Staff Housing Fund, Regulation 2015.
Auditor, please, can you make a comment there?
Thank you, Chair. Their regulation is in contradiction with the main regulation, that is Regulation 197, Sub-Regulation 1D of the PFM County Government Regulations, which states that the establishment of a county public fund shall at the minimum meet the following requirement. The administration cost of the fund shall be a maximum of 3% of the approved budget of the fund. We stand guided, since our learned fellows are here, the legal department, probably they can shed more light on this, because their regulation, the county regulation of Meru, is in contradiction with the overall regulations of the county government and the PFM Act. Thank you, Chair.
Legal Counsel.
Thank you, Chair. With your permission, and that is Section 6 of the Public Finance Management Act. That is it is on the acts to prevail in certain matters. And you allow me to read with your kind permission. The PFM shall prevail in the case of any inconsistency between this act and any other legislation. On the following matters, there are quite a number of matters, and the one of interest to the committee is a paragraph on establishment. So these PFM and the regulations that have been read by the Auditor General should be the one that supersede the one done by the county government. Thank you, Chair. If there is any inconsistency.
Governor, you've...
Well guided, Chair. This officer on my right has been there since the inception of devolution and in the same department. So, Mr. Mwenda, you can tell us how it came about.
Thank you, Chair. It is true, but Chair, also in addition to our regulation enacted by the County Assembly, there was a circular number 128 of 2015, which was issued by SRC, which is stating that with the PFM. However, if I compare one item like insurance of the fund, which is done annually, the amount, if we compare as per the note of the auditor, the 3% of that year was 340,000. Insurance alone for that year was around 2.1 million, Chair. So either way, the amount in the PFM is actually providing a very low amount, even to cater for fund insurance, because they're supposed also to insure the loan, which is an expense.
I don't think insurance...
That is not true.
It is administrative expense. I think, you know, you are in very good standing, but Governor...
You know, Chair, the CFO here is taking this committee for granted.
Yes.
When you give somebody a mortgage, is it the county government to insure all the beneficiary?
Beneficiary, Chair.
And then what are you telling us? I think, Chair, on this one, we need to be serious. We need to surcharge the officers who got this money. We cannot just let it go like this.
Mark wanted to say something. You know, Governor, the fellow has been, if he's been there since 2013, we need to probe. There must be something that he knows that we don't know. Mark, can you say
Chair,
something?
I think you just made the comments that I wanted to make, that the costs of the mortgage should be borne by the borrower. The legal costs, the insurance costs, any other fees that may be included. Thank you, Chair, not the fund.
So, Governor, you know, this is a serious matter, and you need to reconsider. Can you say something?
I will not add anything, Chair. We are well guided.
Basically, that money should be recovered. I think due our interim recommendations, clerk, you need to do something there, and then while we also do our report.
Chair, do you have any comment from ESCC?
Yes, please, Kinoti.
Thank you, Chair. For me, my comment would be, it's clear there's a problem with the governance instruments of the fund in terms of the act that established this fund and the regulations, because it's been pointed clearly by the auditor that they're not aligned to the national years. So I think the county has a chance of renewing the fund with proper laws and customizing it to the environment in terms of what you proper laws and customizing it to the environment in terms of what you are talking about, the period, the contract. Yeah, thank you, Chair.
Chair,
Senator Kavindo.
we need to know who is the fund administrator.
I'm the one, Chair.
So, Chair, you know, Governor,
Yes, Chair.
we know this is not you because you have people to work for you.
Sure.
But if you let them just work the way they want, and when you come here, it is you we are asking questions.
Right.
Can he explain why he's going against the law if he's a fund administrator?
In addition, Governor, it's also good to monitor this thing very closely, because eventually you are the one who is ultimately responsible, and we should not rely on circulars by SRC. You know, they hide under SRC, and many things could be going wrong. So you need to be careful.
Yeah.
Yes, Senator Cpic.
Chair, I thought the person who should be guiding the governor and his team is the county attorney. If he's here, maybe that's the person who should be querying why he's not guiding them accordingly.
Is the county attorney here?
And before he comes in, Chair, we need a clarity from the RIGO. can the Chief Finance Officer also act as a fund administrator?
As you look for that,
I know you have the answer. The way I'm looking at you, can the CFO still be the fund administrator?
Well, my concern, Chair, was also the fact that the same gentleman indicated is the accountant of the fund as well. So is it the CFO, the fund manager, and the fund accountant? Thank you, Chair.
Yeah, Chair.
Senator Chimera, put yourself on record. You know you are also our attorney.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Senator Chimera. I come from the great county of Kwale. Member of this committee, my apologies, I ran a bit late. I was held up in some other committee engagements.
Legal counsel, so you can read something? Okay, good. But Governor, you have a problem within yourself, within your house.
Yeah, you have bypassed my question.
Yes, please. County Attorney.
Chair, thank you, Chair. In your opening remarks, Chair, you said that the issues that we are handling are not fresh. They are issues that from the year 2013, in the first devolution, first government of in Meru, and the act that is created this committee was enacted in the year 2015. So it's not a very fresh law. It has been there. It was used by Governor Munya, used by Governor Kiraito, used by Governor Kawera, and now here we are. Now Isaac Mutuma, who is answering all these backlog that has been there in the past. Yes, we have the county attorney, who is barely 1 month old in the office. We've just recruited her chair, and so I don't know if she will be in a position really to answer to this. Again, my officer on the right has been using this law that was enacted by the County Assembly of Meru. It is from now, we are going to refresh and put things in on the chair, repeal the law, consider all the current issues that are there, and also the repayment period, because we are guided at this. That is why this committee is very key to the running of our counties. Thank you, Chair. We are well guided.
Chair.
Senator Chimera.
Chair, I'm not pleasantly surprised by the governor's response. In the issues, Governor, that have been asked are fairly specific. If your county attorney has been in office for 1 month, ordinarily should also, or he would also be able to at least even attempt to respond to any of the issues. I think 1 month is a long time to be able to acclimatize in a government setup as yours, because the issues are fairly ordinarily, like the issue of the chief officer being the accountant and being the administrator. I mean, she should tell from her head, off head, she should be able to know. So unless she's not advising you accordingly and you're trying to hide that fact, Governor, or you want to give her more time, but I think 1 month is enough time for her to even attempt to say something before this committee. Thank you, Chair.
In total agreement, Chair, and because that's matter of law, my attorney come on board and give a response.
Through the chair.
You can stand so that your beautiful face may be seen.
Thank you. Through the chair, the regulations from Meru County has been told they were enacted in 2015. We're in the process of actually doing a review of the same, which has factored most of the issues that have been raised today, particularly on the fund administration. Initially, it was the county secretary that's supposed to administer it, but at the moment, the board nominates a member that does that. So out of that nomination, the Act provides that the board can nominate a member. Currently, it is the chief officer that has been nominated out of the regulations that we have. So in that essence, the chief officer is within his right standing to be administering through the vote that he got from the members, as per the regulation that we have currently.
So you see, Chair, that was a beautiful response. I don't know why Governor didn't want to respond.
Members, I think we need to move on from this. We have dwelt a lot on this particular issue. Just read, and then we can move to the next one.
With your permission, Chair, on the issue of the administrator, under the PFM, that is still Section 116 on the establishment of county public funds, and under subsection 2, for every county public fund established, the County Executive Committee member for finance shall designate a person responsible for administering that fund. So under the Act, that is PFM, it just gives the County Executive Committee member for finance the power to designate a person to run the fund, but does not specify whether the CFO or no one else can run it. But maybe in terms of good governance, it's good to separate the functions.
County Attorney, it's not the board, it's the CC member for finance. So as you look at the regulations, and now 10 years, it's lapsing basically. So clean it up and so that you know the issues are reduced. So let's move to the next fund, members, which is the hospital. Let's go to the hospital auditor.
Thank you, Chair. I wish to prosecute the report of Auditor General on Mary Teaching and Referrals Hospital for the financial year ending 2023-2024, Chair. In this year, they had a qualified opinion, Chair. Chair, as guided in the pre-briefing meeting, we'll start with the issue number 1.
We said 1, you combine 1 and 2, and which one? And 5, unbalanced budget. You said
Excuse
you combine.
me, Chair.
Oh, you have new team, eh?
Yeah. We were allowed to come in with only
then
2
you
teams,
can
so the rest are outside.
You
Kindly
can
give
release
us a few minutes to organize ourselves.
2 minutes.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank
2
you,
minutes.
Chair. They are already here, kindly. Thank you, Chair.
We'll give them opportunity to introduce themselves first.
We can release the team that you've dispensed with?
Yes, you can release them. And
Okay.
of course, you can't release the county attorney and CC finance because that's a common.
Thank you, Chair. Create
Yes.
room for the ones that have answered their queries. So from my Dr. Mugambi, introduce your team.
Good. Those who have just walked in, if you have not introduced yourselves, you ask for a mic and introduce yourselves.
Thank you, Chairman, and the members of the committee. My name is Dr. Dennis Mugambi. I serve as the CC for Health in Meru County. I will ask the CEO of Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital to introduce himself and also introduce the other team. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chair and committee.
Still morning.
Thank you. Sorry for that. My name is Dr. Bernard Murithi, CEO of Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
To the others who have not introduced themselves, give them the mic.
Okay, Chair, I had introduced myself in the previous session.
Good morning. My name is Henry Gatobu, accountant, Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Good morning. My name is Beatrice Kiroto, internal auditor.
Usimame kidogo, uonekane kidogo. Kuna jamaa mrefu mbele yako.
I'm Beatrice Kiroto, internal auditor, Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Good morning. My name is David Mutembei, accountant, Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Good. Now, auditor, we can proceed.
Thank you, Chair. I wish to prosecute the report of Auditor General of Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital for the financial year ending 2023-2024, Chair. In this particular year, Chair, they got a qualified opinion, Chair. We stand guided as per the pre-briefing meeting we had in the morning. I'll start with the paragraph number 1, 2, and combine with paragraph number 5. Failure to maintain revenue cash book, Chair. Note number 6, the financial statements reflect revenue from rendering of services totaling to Kenya shillings 412, 645, 883. The income from the rendering of services was collected and deposited in the health sector revenue collection account at Cooperative Bank. However, management did not maintain a revenue cash book with the details on daily billings, collections, that's amount paid, and revenue receivables. In addition, a monthly departmental revenue schedules were not supported with detailed daily schedules of the amount charged per patient. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the amount received could not be confirmed. Issue number 2, unreconciled cash and cash equivalents. The statement of cash flows reflects cash and cash equivalents balance as at 30th June 2024, Kenya shillings 1,259,357, which is at variance with the calculated surplus of Kenya shillings 109,847,658 on actual comparable basis in the statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts, resulting to unreconciled variance of Kenya shillings 108,588,301. In the circumstances, the accuracy and completeness of the cash and cash equivalents balance of Kenya shillings 1,259,357 could not be confirmed. Paragraph number 5, unbalanced budget. The statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts reflects final approved receipts and expenditure budget of Kenya shillings 438,945,105 and Kenya shillings 351,529 and 156, resulting to a surplus of Kenya shillings 86,018,146. Contrary to Regulation 31 Sub-Regulations Regulation 31C of the PFM Act, County Government Regulations 2015, which provides that unless provided otherwise in the Act, these regulations or any other guidelines developed in the furtherance of the Act or these regulations, their budget, revenue, and expenditure appropriation shall be balanced. In the circumstances, management was in breach of the law. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your response.
Thank you, Chair. On failure to maintain revenue cash book, this is our response. During the period under review, the hospital collected revenue of Kenya shillings 412,645,883. These collections were supported with cash books. The amounts charged per patient were captured in the billing hospital information management system used by the hospital. I kindly guide that you check on Annex 1, extract copy of revenue cash book maintained by the hospital along with extracts of reports generated health management system showing amounts charged or paid by individual per patient. On unreconciled cash and cash equivalents, this is what we have to say. We agree with the audit observation that there was unreconciled variance of Kenya shillings 108,588,301 between cash and cash equivalent in the statement of cash flows and the surplus in the statement of comparison of budget and actual amounts. We have since prepared the statement of budget comparison to correct the noted anomaly. Check on Annex 2, copy of amended statement of budget comparison. The audit's recommendation have been implemented in the subsequent year's financial statement. On unbalanced budget, Chair, this is what we have. During the period under review, the hospital prepared a balanced budget. However, the budget was erroneously captured in the statement of budget comparison. We have since amended the statement of budget to correct the noted anomaly. Check on Annex 2, copy of amended statement of budget comparison. Thank you, Chair.
Auditor, please.
Thank you, Chair. Wish to confirm that the revenue cash book that we requested for that time during the audit of 2023-2024, Chair, has been provided in this year that we are auditing, and the errors that were there have been captured in the financial statements of 2024-2025, Chair. Maybe that can be put on record. It will be re-verified with the report for 2024-2025, Chair. The same applies to the cash and cash equivalents, Chair, because issues to do with the inaccuracy of financial statements, they can only be corrected in the year that it's still being audited.
That is number 2.
Yes, Chair.
Good. Members? Bukwa?
Thank you, Chair. Governor, you see sometimes you come here and you are put to answer questions which ordinarily should not have come. Why were the cash books missing in the first place when the auditors were there? Where did they resurface from? Because that brings the suspicion that something is being hidden. What was happening with their team?
Dr. Bernard, try to answer to that question. He is the CEO of Meru Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Thank you. Maybe to put perspective to the question that had been put across, we had cash book, but it was not in details the provision of the details that were supposed to be captured. If you look at the query, most of them are details, daily billings, collection amount of. That is the transition period that we had a system in place, HMIS system Funsoft, so it had not captured that bit of the complete billing aspect as required by the Auditor Generals, but we've since been able to correct that through the system so that it's able to capture. That is according to the annexed bit of the cash book.
So you are telling us that this issue will not recur when you come again for the next financial cycle?
No, it has been resolved.
You know, these are late submissions. Before you came in, we read some law that if you don't give documents within the audit period, there are consequences. One of them is you pay a fine of 5 million. Second, you're put in, you enjoy government food for free for 3 years. 3 or both. So it's a serious issue, so it's important that you note. Senator Kavindo, you want to say something?
Chair, you know, it's really not good and not right for the counties. Every time the auditors are there, they need documents they never provide, but they come here and tell us now we have provided. I mean, they should just provide the documents and they should be kept, you know, in order so that in the entry meeting with the auditors, they request everything. Even the letters that they sent you, they have already written what they need. And it is just proper for you to provide the documents if they are there, unless you and even on the exit meeting, they still request. And you wait until when you called here is when you come and tell us, we have now provided. I mean, zimetoka wapi, zimepikwa pikwa, alafu zikaletwa, si ndio?
You have some comment you want to, Governor? Or
Not really, not much, Chair. We are well guided, and that is the work, the purpose of this committee, and the teams that are here to guide the operations of county governments. Thank you, Chair.
And you know, Chair, it is so hard for the governors also, because they have people who should be doing this work, but they don't do their work. They wait until governors are called here to come and be questioned. Governor, put down your foot and let people work, because you've employed them to work.
Good.
Chair, sorry, Chair, through.
Oh yes, CC.
Our Governor.
Finance.
Yeah, thank you. And for the first time that we had our opening meeting with the Governor present, and he really pressed us on the documents. And this time round, we have really been working together with the auditors, and we promise we have taken, I've personally taken all those points, because I stand to support the Governor so that next time the same is not repeated. Well guided, onward, and I promise.
Good. Let's go to audit query number 3, unsupported miscellaneous income. Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. Unsupported miscellaneous income Note 8 to the financial statements reflect revenue from miscellaneous income totaling to Kenya shillings 1,635,948, which includes an amount of Kenya shillings 1,099,175 in respect to ultrasonography trainings. Inquiries from the management revealed that training expenditure related to programs conducted in collaboration with external partner. However, according to the Memorandum of Understanding, that's the MOU dated 30th September 2020, there was no provision for training fees to be transferred to the hospital accounts. In the circumstances, the transfer of training fees to the hospital account and subsequent accounts could not be confirmed. Thank you, Chair.
Governor, your management response.
Yes, Chair. The hospital, in collaboration with its ultrasound training partners, initially structured the training program such that participants would cover the operational costs through a training fee. As the program has grown, SMW has committed to further supporting its development by providing a subsidy of Kenya shillings 10,000 per participant to reduce training costs and encourage wider participation. This new arrangement, introduced after the signing of the original Memorandum of Understanding, necessitated preparation of an addendum copy in Annex 3, copy of addendum to the MOU, Chair. Thank you.
Good. Auditor.
Thank you, Chair. I wish to confirm that the same has been included in the MOU, so the recommendation has been implemented, Chair.
Good. But is that mess still there? I thought
Yes.
they have a new one now. It's still going on, eh?
It's still there.
Okay. Ms. CEO, you still have any arrangements? I thought you have a new arrangement now.
These are partners from outside the country, Switzerland, who are doing trainings of mothers, pregnant mothers, and we have a partnership with them to encourage early diagnosis in case of. So it's a program that has been in existence since 2020, and initially it was fully covered by the participants paying the whole fees. But as the program has grown, there is a need of subsidy by the partners, and that's why we've been able to add that addendum to the initial MOU to be able to cover the subsidy, and that fee is remitted to the hospital account, and we've been able to capture that clearly.
Auditor, let's move to audit query number 4.
Thank you, Chair. Failure to prepare and submit financial statements, Chair. The hospital's management did not prepare and submit for audit the annual report and financial statements for the referral hospital, despite being in operation for 2 years, 2021, 2022, and 2022-2023, Chair, to the Office of Auditor General as required by Section 47, subsection 1 of the Public Audit Act 2015, which states that the financial statements required under the Constitution, the Public Finance Management Act 2012, and any other legislation shall be submitted to the Auditor General within 3 months after the end of the fiscal year to which the accounts relate. In the circumstances, management was in breach of law. Thank you, Chair.
Good. Governor, your response?
Thank you, Chair. We agree with your audit observation, prepare financial statement for the financial year 2021-2022 and 2022-2023. This was due to the